Últimamente nuestras charlas son comparecencias, un pasito más para la indulgencia. Un abogado por si acaso, y si el juez está de paso termina dictaminando la sentencia. Salimos presuntos de inocencia. Pasito para atrás por si nos arrepentimos. Si nadie es culpable pues culpamos al destino con el pues nos fuimos. Y yo el ave, campo otra vez, tirolino. Ya lo sabes, antes de ayer lo dimos. Y si nos vamos, de nadie nos despedimos. Pilla el ave, había un coche al que lo limos. No lo saben, pero hace 5 dimos. Nena, por tu forma de hablar, intuyo que últimamente nuestras charlas son comparecencias, un pasito más para la indulgencia. Un abogado por si acaso, y si el juez está de paso termina dictaminando la sentencia. Salimos presuntos de inocencia. Pasito para atrás por si nos arrepentimos. Si nadie es culpable, pues culpamos al destino con el
in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you.
Check out this dope shit, man.
Players never down, we getting paid. Another day, another dollar living in the bay. Hustling for my fetty, trying to play in my escape. I ain't staying in the matrix where they trying to get my papers. Players never down, we getting paid. Another day, another dollar living in the bay. Hustling for my fetty, trying to play in my escape. I ain't staying in the matrix where they trying to get my papers. dollar, living in the bay. Hustling for my Fetty, trying to plan my escape. I ain't staying in the matrix where they trying to get my papers. Players never die, we getting paid. Another day, another dollar, living in the bay. Hustling for my Fetty, trying to plan my escape. I ain't staying in the matrix where they trying to get my papers. É desse jeito, é desse jeito. Só leva chifre quem não faz amor direito. É desse jeito, é desse jeito. Só leva chifre quem não faz amor direito. Só leva chifre quem não faz amor direito. E mais um.
E camisinha ruim, quase não satisfaz. Mas hoje eu tô vendo a falta que ela me faz. Camisinha ruim, quase não satisfaz. Mas hoje eu tô vendo a falta que ela me faz. Camisinha ruim, quase não satisfaz. Mas hoje eu tô vendo a falta que ela me faz. Camisinha ruim, quase não satisfaz. Mas hoje eu tô vendo a falta que ela me faz.
Como ficar rico se nós tem... Como ficar rico se nós tem pensão demais? Se eu vou lá no salmo me chama de pai, na igrejinha me chama de pai. Se eu... E como ficar rico se nós...
Me faz eu me faz eu me faz eu
Mais um.
E camisinha ruim, quase não satisfaz. Mas hoje eu tô vendo a falta que ela me faz. Camisinha ruim, quase não satisfaz. Mas hoje eu tô vendo a falta que ela me faz.
Como ficar rico se nós tem... Como ficar rico se nós tem pensão demais? Se eu vou lá no salmo me chama de pai, na igrejinha me chama de pai. Se eu...
Qu'est-ce qui m'arrive? Qu'est-ce que je représente? Qui je suis, putain? Va falloir que je me lève, que je recommence à zéro.
This is God-given, not from blue tops like Mars Simpson. Just hard discipline, pot simmering, cooking up, no rocks in the pan. Watching the plan form in the sand, bidding castles out of thoughts in our head. Late nights, no sleep in my bed, trying to see my dreams manifest. Look at that, now look at that, we nice. Put the past on ice, I was bad like Mike. Now I'm good like Kendrick said, boy, we gon' be alright. I just double my price, yeah. I get love on sight, that's the only love I like. Now look at that, we nice. For all the ones who showed up with no motives. That fake love is so bogus. I don't take love from false owners. Don't respect those who promote it. On paper you look honest, on the outside looking in. Like, oh wow, look at them, your time passed. Look again, now my glasses to the brim. I'm throwing passes to the rim. Shots be going in. Not too bad for middlemen. Took some jazz. price. Yeah, I get love on sight. That's the only love I like. Now look at that, we nice. Put the past on ice. Now look at that, we nice. Put the past on ice. Now look at that, we 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 nice. On the outside looking in. I was bad like Mike.
Look at them, your time pass. Look again, I'm my blessing. Going in, not too fast, middleman. Took some chance.
my voice. I'm here when you need my voice. I'm here when you need my voice. I'm here when you need my voice. Sweet, 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 sweet,
away from me.
My tears like rain run down the window. I repeat your name, losing no wisdom. My tears like rain run down the window. I repeat your name, losing no wisdom. not just your little secret. I didn't hear the sirens. I didn't wanna see the warning signs, and now I pay the price, yeah. Oh, I should've known. It hits me like a tidal wave every time you say my name. It hits me like a tidal wave. It hits me like a tidal wave. A tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. I was so blind, waiting patient on the shoreline. Now you're leaving, but I know you got your reasons too. I didn't hear the sirens. I didn't wanna see the warning signs, and now I pay the price, yeah. Oh, I should've known. It hits me like a tidal wave every time you say my name. It hits me like a tidal wave. It hits me like a tidal wave. A tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave.
I could be the one you talk to when you're feeling down. I could be the one you run to when the moon hits the ground. I can say what I'm feeling, but the words just don't come out. If you ever feel lonely, girl, just know I'll come around. 'Cause I've traveled so far just to get to where you are. And I know that you're broken, but that makes you who you are. So pick up the pieces and show me you mean it tonight. I know what you're feeling, I see that look in your eyes. So pick up the pieces and show me you mean it tonight. 'Cause what I've been dreaming is giving you my paradise. So pick up the pieces. So pick up the pieces. Baby, I'ma be there through the rough parts of it all. Holding your hand, fighting for the things that we want. Be the rock you lean on, with you by my side. Baby, when we fall, together we'll rise. 'Cause I've traveled so far just to get to where you are. And I know that you're broken, but that makes you who you are. So pick up the pieces and show me you mean it tonight. I know what you're feeling, I see that look in your eyes. So pick up the pieces and show me you mean it tonight. 'Cause what I've been dreaming is giving you my paradise. So pick up the pieces, so pick up the pieces, so pick up the pieces, so pick up the pieces. Show me you mean it tonight.
Got a ticket to nowhere. Come and fly away with me tonight. Can you stay till you don't deserve it all. I'm gonna be bad, 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 bad. Let's talk about. Let's talk about. Let's talk about. Talk about love. Let's talk about la 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 la.
Hey, Thirst, come drop that.
When I get green, on the beat, on me, on me, that's it.
I'm in the whip with authority, looking like Skybri, she got a body, ayy. And she been calling me daddy lately, want me to put her in Cartiers. And the bitch deserve it, put in work for the money, she earn it. Give me top every night, lip service, never gotta block these hoes, she worth it. I'm out in Abu Dhabi, with a bad bitch, look like Skybri, ooh. Right beside me, in the phantom off that Molly, yeah. Abu Dhabi, with a bad bitch, look like Skybri, ooh. Right beside me, in the phantom off that Molly, yeah. Abu Dhabi, with a bad bitch, look like Skybri, ooh. Right beside me, in the phantom off that Molly, yeah. Abu Dhabi, with a bad bitch, look like Skybri, ooh. Right beside me, in the phantom off that Molly, yeah. Shorty a dancer with her OnlyFans, got her bands up. She independent, got a lamb truck, don't need no man, but I'll man up for that. Ooh, put it on camera, she a freak, nothing I can't handle. When I'm pulling up in that phantom, I got a pussy wetter than Niagara. Bitch, I'm a dog, I'm off the leash. Ain't no one holding me back, I'm a beast. Showing them all, following my teeth. None of them fucking with me in these streets. Ooh, Skybri hit me in my DMs. I've been trying to meet up and see ya. I can fly you out to Abu Dhabi, with a bad bitch look like Skybri. Ooh, right beside me, in the phantom off that Molly. Yeah. Abu Dhabi, with a bad bitch look like Skybri. Ooh, right beside me, in the phantom off that Molly. Yeah. Abu Dhabi, with a bad bitch look like Skybri. Ooh, right beside me, in the phantom off that Molly. Yeah. Abu Dhabi, with a bad bitch look like Skybri. Ooh, right beside me, in the phantom off that Molly. Yeah.
Eight rounds in the 45, it go down. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. Yeah. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down.
Look, I was passive aggression, passive aggressiveness. I left him hanging like loose ties, as loose ties. Either not, he begging to go or not. Depends on the situation, he going up like inflation. Fuck all the haters that said that he couldn't make it. My brother drowned in the lake, how could all you people mistake it? He fought hard for what he had, murderers holding guns. You worried about all the extras, so water gets in your lungs, nigga. Ay, how could you do this shit? How could you do this when you know I'm going through this shit? Real shit, G shit, I really do this shit. I ain't about it, but you know I'm walking through this shit. Look,
8 rounds in the 45, it go down.
Look,
8 rounds in the 45, it go down.
Look,
8 rounds in the 45, it go down.
Yeah.
8 rounds in the 45, it go down.
Yeah.
8 rounds in the 45, it go down. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down. 8 rounds in the 45, it go down.
Look, fuck, I ran, I hit the dealer. Serving Coke 45 at the bleachers. Gotta follow for a follow, I'm the leader. Hit the bitch, then I pass, I don't need her. But don't call Peter. Like the Griffins with the lowest with the Peter. I could possibly be smoking gasoline. I cannot fuck with these leaners.
8 rounds in the 45, it go down. 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 8 rounds in the 45, it go down.
dressed before work's off my list. What's left to do, just guess. It's you, my favorite, but I wanna taste you and feel you shake, raising an earthquake. Can't push the brakes when a rush hits. We're going in, we're going in. You keep me biting my cheek, year after year. Only gets better, I'm weak in the knees. We hit the sheets, you on my lips, I'm feeling the heat. That's all I need. When the day's gone, we've only begun. That's the best part, when we get it on. I'm addicted, no denying it. Cause you don't cross my mind, you live in it. I wanna taste you and feel you shake, raising an earthquake. Can't push the brakes when a rush hits. We're going in, we're going in. You keep me biting my cheek, year after year. Only gets better, I'm weak in the knees. We hit the sheets, you on my lips, I'm feeling the heat. That's all I need.
I'm about to get 30. Your last one made you 30. Now you get yourself a freaking little dude. In the mood 24/7, 6911. See you making it, but I'ma just stop for a moment. Do you really think that I'ma fuck you while I'm sober? I'm not. Taking Uber to your hotel, beat it like a local. Cause you're calling back while I shut down.
You keep me biting my cheek, year after year. Only gets better, I'm weak in the knees. We hit the sheets, you on my lips, I'm feeling the heat. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Oh, put me deep in your ocean. Drown me in your touch. Let me show you devotion. Let me light you up. I just wanna show you the depths of my love. Let me enter your ocean. Drown me in your love. Show me
she gon' move it like a dancer. Thinking about what's next, but I can't answer.
Know where you already know the answer.
Check never bounce, think I like my banker. She do it without me, think I'm like the anchor. She can do the most, I would never thank her. Better ready, I'm just waiting on the
First, away like I'm cleanser.
Let's let you still see you smiling when you said to me, don't be a crybaby. And I've been told that you moved now, even though I still feel the echoes. I'm fucked up and I can't love myself now. I live like I own these lies, and I'm see on the heads of time. I love my body, I love my mind, with desire to out of place, out of space, floating higher.
Feathers been calling, my enemies stalling, my people been ballin', my team we been wildin'. Counted 100, we use basic tools. Strategies moving where we gotta move. There wasn't no option, no time on the clock, and no setting it back, and we gotta get profit. I'm standing on top of the glory, the road. We was just rebels, ain't do what was told. When they asked me how we leveled up, without us getting stuck, we just muscled up. This game spin, no one gotta tighten up, gotta muscle up, or you will get stuck in this game.